Welcome to Biztech Insider Trading Show. Today, our guest is Eddie Hui, COO and co-president of MetaComp. Now, MetaComp is a Singapore licensed company offering financial products across both new digital and traditional financial assets. Now, Eddie he has 20 years of solid finance and tech experience, right? Having worked with large global players across multiple geographies. And here's the fun fact about Eddie. He speaks 6 different languages, and I've been told that he speaks fluent French. So Eddie, welcome to the show.
Bonjour. So thank you.
Bonjour.
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 Thank you very much for having me. I'm very, very excited, Samantha, to be with Biztech Asia here. Yeah, don't test me on the other languages. I can deal with French. I'm basically French. So bear with me for the French accent. And I can sort of deal with English. I won't venture into the other languages for now.
No, it's beautiful. You sound very sexy. The French accent is perfect. All right. So, Eddie, just tell me, what is MetaCom all about? Maybe you can describe to us in a few sentences what MetaCom does.
Right. So maybe a short story first. So MetaComp stands for the compass of the metaverse. And what we wanted to do as a regulated entity is to be really the that North Star, the guiding star to allow our clients to navigate the crypto space in a safe manner and regulated manner. So MetaComp is a financial institution in Singapore. We have a license called MPI license, the Major Payment Institution license in Singapore, in the scope of the Payment Service Act, which allows us to be to deal with crypto and cross-border money transfers. So we could be an exchange, but that's not necessarily what we want to do. What we believe our core DNA is, and where we can bring added value to the space, is by allowing our clients to use their crypto in the real world economy, and more specifically, stablecoins. So with our license, we basically allow our clients to come in, sell their cryptocurrencies, for example, and then we allow them to pay for their data center costs, for their supplier invoices, their staff salary, and so on and so forth. So really, we see ourselves as the bridge between crypto and traditional finance. And again, we do that in a regulated way by making sure that all the anti-money laundering, counter-financing terrorism measures are being conducted.
Well, I know. So to me, and I'm sure to our audience, this is very exciting because we understand that there are a lot of Web3 services that are not particularly regulated, but for MetaCom it is. So I really want to get straight into it because it's just so exciting. So Eddie, could you tell us what's the benefits of operating a Web3 company within a regulatory environment? What does it allow the users to do? Yeah.
Right. So when you ask that question, it's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? Because when Web3 started, people were talking about decentralization, cutting the middleman, and being able to deal with your counterpart directly without any intermediary.
Exactly.
But what we believe in MetaComp is that you will not be able to build the finance of tomorrow if you ignore years, decades of regulatory framework that were carefully drafted throughout the years. So we're taking the opposite approach, where we believe that you need to rely on those robust foundations of regulatory framework to build the right thing and to do it the right way. And yes, it might be slower compared to what crypto allows you to do today, but it's the right thing to do. And we need to work together with the regulators and our peers in order to be able to draft and adapt the regulation so that investors are protected, market integrity remains intact, while we can leverage on the power of blockchain. That's what we believe in.
Awesome, awesome. So could you expand more and give probably a case study of what your products and services will be enabling?
Right. So as I mentioned before, if you come in with your crypto, you can basically sell your crypto for fiat currency and go home with your money, and that's fine. What you can also do is to tell us, actually, I do have some invoices to pay because my cloud services has just sent me the invoice. Can you handle that on my behalf? And we will happily pay on your behalf with the right supporting documents, obviously. Or what you can do as well is to decide to invest your money into wealth products. So the in the context of this uncertain economic environment, one of the safest way to park your money is to buy money market funds, bonds that will remunerate you something a bit less than 5% now that the Fed has readjusted their rates.
Yeah.
But if you have crypto, it's very hard for you to do that. So what you can do is actually come to our platform and invest with your crypto into those products. And we do the legwork. We will take care of investing on your behalf so that you can get the yield that those products can offer.
Lovely. And all is this all done within your exchange, if I could
So
say that?
we have, yeah. So instead of exchange, which is quite restrictive, we call that CAMP. That's our Client Asset Management Platform, CAMP. And yes, you
Mhm.
do have this exchange capability where you can deposit your funds and trade. But CAMP is much broader than this. It really allows you to move your funds around, pay your invoices, or invest in those wealth products that I mentioned earlier.
Eddie, I also heard that you have this product named Wallet Safe. Could you tell me more about that service?
That's right. So Wallet Safe is a product that we came up with and that we offer to our clients. Basically, when you deal with a blockchain, you cut the middleman and you can deal with counterparties directly, which also means that you don't have a bank. Some people may think it's a plus, but what they're missing is that the banks actually protects you. They protect your money. They make sure that the money is clean. How do you do that when there is no bank, when there is no middleman? So we came up with this product that we call Wallet Safe, which is a client-facing version of what we use ourselves. So we work with law enforcement systems that are used by law enforcement agencies, namely Merkle Science, Chain Analysis, Elliptic. And those systems will track where the funds are coming from. Are they coming from North Korea? Are they coming from a terrorist organization? And all this will be visible because blockchain gives you full transparency on the fund
Yes.
flow. And when we see that kind of taint in a wallet, then we will notify our client that they should probably not deal with that counterparty, or else their own wallet may be tainted. So Wallet Safe is the solution that we offer to our clients for free. Anyone can go to our website and screen wallets for free for 10 transactions, 10 wallets, sorry. And if you become our client, you have unlimited access to that tool. And why are we offering this for free? Because we want to educate our clients. We want to build a clean ecosystem where everyone is aware of who they're dealing with, because we want to protect ourselves and we want to protect our clients from those nefarious activities. Yeah.
I see. So, okay, here's where I'm like really curious. So we all understand how some cryptocurrencies are quite volatile. So do you also deal with altcoins, or is it just stable coins that you deal with?
We only deal with major cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum, and stablecoins mostly. We don't, like I said, we're not here to compete with other exchanges. Where we can bring value is really allow our clients to use their cryptocurrency in the real world economy. So yes, volatility is a concern for our clients, and that's why mostly more than 90% of our flows are about stablecoins.
Mhm. I see. Yep. And this makes it really relevant to today's the usage of every bills that we need to pay. Do you also have partners linked up already with with your services?
Yeah, so we are partnering with other traditional financial institutions to expand our coverage in terms of products and services. If you want to buy stocks from whatever country, then we'll establish a partnership with a broker in the relevant jurisdiction. We're also partnering with other financial institutions to expand our banking rails to support multiple currencies. And like I said earlier, we're also offering the ability for those partners to connect to us so that they can offer more services to their clients. So it's really like a mutual, we're trying to enable each other so that we can grow together in this ecosystem.
Wow. Yeah, that's really good. So who are your target customer groups?
Right now, they would be mostly clients who have cryptocurrencies and like to make use of that cryptocurrency, um, because if without people like us, without entities like us, it will be nearly impossible to go and buy US Treasury with Bitcoin, for example. But
Yeah.
that's typically the kind of things that we do. So we're dealing mostly with uh, entities, with institutional clients who have crypto in their possession, and we help them make the leverage on their assets to invest in the right product for them. We are also partnering with traditional financial institutions to allow them to invest in collective investment schemes, CIS, through the use of our parent company, MBGX, where their clients could invest and buy units of those funds with crypto underlyings, for example, without having to worry about how do I deal with the wallet, how do I transfer my crypto to this counterparty or whatever. So we deal with all the legwork, and we really allow this two-way flow between crypto and traditional finance.
Amazing. Well, I'm really excited to see what else you guys like to what extent you guys can grow. Because I really believe that crypto is gonna be bigger along the way, and what you guys are offering will really just open up a completely new avenue for investors to look into. So Eddie, like tell me a bit about the management team for MetaCom and what prompted them to set up the business.
The management team comprised of several individuals with a very strong background in technology and traditional finance. So I myself come from 23 years working in a French bank called Société Générale. My boss was at Goldman Sachs and was a partner at Warburg Pincus. Our CFO was also at Goldman Sachs and worked at Citadel as well. My fellow co-president is coming from the digital payment space, and our CTO is the former CTO of Hashkey. The idea is that we really wanted to help make a dent in the universe, and for that you need some solid knowledge and experience, and that's why we have people from traditional finance and people from digital space and people with a very strong technological background. And together, we're hoping to come up with an amazing products for our clients to deal with their assets, digital or traditional assets.
Mm-hmm. And currently, how many people are in MetaCom? The whole team.
That's about 60 of us in Singapore. It's quite a bit already.
Wow,
We
yeah.
do have development teams offshore as well, and it's growing. It's growing very, very fast
Yeah.
because our range of products and services keeps expanding. Our volumes and number of clients have gone exponential this year. So yeah, 60 may not even be the right number right now.
Yeah. And how's the work culture like over there?
It's definitely fast-paced, as I mentioned, but each and every one of us is very, very excited. It's all about innovation and come up with new ideas for our clients and building fast. Because if we take too long, then the banks will do it instead of us, and they will do it better than us because they're much bigger. So we're really trying to promote this culture of innovation and listening to our clients to make sure that we come up with the relevant products and services. Yeah.
Yeah. And could you tell us what are some of the highlights or the notable achievements that MetaCom has achieved so far?
I think the biggest achievement is how big we've become. So the company has been around since 2018, but we really obtained our license in December 2022, so less than 2 years, 2 years ago. And since then, we have reached levels that are just amazingly high. Our traded volumes last month was in the range of $1 billion US. We have about
Oh,
500 clients, and the number of partnerships that we're establishing, both in the crypto world and traditional finance, keeps expanding. So it's growing really, really fast. So I think this is probably one of the biggest achievements of MetaComp.
amazing. So as the COO, Eddie, what are some of the challenges of operating this a Web3 company under a regulatory environment? Because I'm sure you go through a lot of trouble because now previously you were from a traditional environment, a traditional banking environment, and now it's under a Web3 kind of tech environment. So could you tell us what are some of the challenges navigating the difference between the two?
So I think the biggest challenge is still the regulatory framework, which is not very well established in other jurisdictions. there are some concerns about extraterritoriality. What is a cryptocurrency? Is it a currency? Is it a security? Some jurisdictions seem to disagree about that. And I think that it will take some time for the regulators to converge and agree on the definition. And maybe it's going to be an entirely new asset class with new regulation. Who knows? So I think that's going to be probably one of the biggest challenges moving forward. What we are really excited about at MetaComp is that Singapore is very vibrant in terms of crypto community. We have working groups with our peers. We have access to the regulator, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, which is very listening to what's going on, and we're trying to build that regulation all together. At MetaComp, the opportunity is that we do have that system camp that I mentioned earlier that allows our clients to go and invest and deal with their funds without having to worry about all those regulatory framework, because we have done the work for them.
And I guess it's even more exciting seeing things grow so fast, right? Just 2 years back, it's kind of like the bear market, and everybody is not seeing well of what the trajectory of crypto. But in a short time, we see the Bitcoin ETF coming up, then the Ethereum ETF coming up, and now the Solana one. So it's really exciting times to be in terms of crypto. So I'm also very excited to see what MetaComp will be providing next. So I have a question here. So in comparison to your past roles, right, in large traditional finance houses, how different is it running MetaComp as the COO?
So when I was working in Societe Generale, I really wanted to see things happening, and I wanted to see a real change. And when I left SocGen to work for MetaComp, I have to say MetaComp did not disappoint in terms of pace of change, in terms of innovation. What has been happening here is amazing, and it's really exciting to be working with peers and regulators to draft what the finance of tomorrow is going to be. And I can really see that happening in MetaComp. This is really, really exciting, and it's once in a lifetime opportunity to witness that kind of change. I'm really, really excited to be in this place.
Yep. Me too. I'm really excited to see what's going to come out of crypto as well as MetaComp. So if anyone were to want to look and search more about MetaComp, where do they find details about the company?
We do have a website, www.mce.sg, where they can find some relevant information about our products and services. Our contact information as well is listed there. And obviously, if anyone wants to have a more detailed discussion, they're very welcome to come and visit us, or just send us an email and we can set up a discussion.
Awesome. Thank you, Eddie. It's amazing to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Samantha. Awesome discussion. Thank you very much.